Hi boys and girls, and welcome back to Mrs. B's Book Club. Today we have got a rhyming story for you again, and it's called Oi Duck Billed Platypus. And this one is one of the follow-up stories from Oi Frog. So if you've heard that one before, it's very, very similar. So let's take a look at the story. Are we ready? Oi Duck Billed Platypus. Oi, duck-billed platypus, sit on a... What rhymes with duck-billed platypus? Whispered the frog. Absolutely nothing, smiled the cat. What about cluck-filled hatty buzz? Or yuck-spilled splatty mouse? Or truck-filled flappy goose? Said the dog. Don't be ridiculous, said the frog. Yeah, don't be ridiculous, said the cat. I was only trying to help, said the dog. I'm waiting, said the duck-billed platypus. We're all waiting too, said a crowd of animals with impossible to rhyme with names. None of us know what we're meant to sit on either. I know, said the frog. What's your first name? Dolly, said the duck-billed platypus. Dolly sit on brollies, said the frog. My first name is Kate, said the kookaburra. Kate sit on gates, said the frog. My first name is Herbert, said the hippopotamus. My first name is Hannah, said the hedgehog. My first name is Stella, said the starfish. My first name is Lemony, said the lobster. And my first name is Jean, said the jaguar. Herbert sit on sherbets, Hannah sit on spanners, Stella sit on propellers, Lemony sit on anemones, and Jean sit on baked beans, said the frog. He's good at this, isn't he? Said the dog. Too good, sighed the cat. What do iguanas sit on? Asked the ibex. Iguanas sit on bananas, said the frog. Iguanas sit on bananas, Terry sit on cherries, Claire sit on pears, and Ellen sit on melons. What about Bobs? Said the budgerigar. Bobs sit on corn on the cob, said the frog. Bob sit on corn on the cobs, Clive sit on hives, Ozzy sit on cozzies, Sophie sit on trophies, Renata sit on chipolatas, and Zane sit on trains. How about Neves? Said the numbat. Neves sit on leaves, said the frog. Neves sit on leaves, Alice's sit on palaces, Freddy's sit on teddies, Pippa's sit on slippers, Paul's sit on walls, Taylor's sit on sailors, and Bailey's sit on ukuleles. That only leaves me, said the kangaroo. First name, said the frog. Geraldine, said the kangaroo. Second name, said the frog. Jemima, said the kangaroo. Any other names? Said the frog. Amelia, Esmeralda, Honeydew, Higginbottom, Pinkle, Punk Johnson, said the kangaroo. Sit where you like, said the frog. The end. Okay, let's have those 3 questions. Now, I hope you had your listening ears on because that was full of rhymes. So I'm going to pick out 3 of the animals from the story, and I'm going to see if you can remember what they had to sit on. You have to think about what their name rhymes with. So, I will choose the first animal. Okay, let's start with an easy-ish one. So, what did Ivana the ibex sit on? So her name was Ivana. What could Ivana sit on? Can you remember? Should we have a look? Ivana sit on bananas. So Ivana was an ibex, but because her name was Ivana and it rhymes with banana, she has to sit on bananas. Okay, let's pick the next animal. Go a bit trickier this time. Okay. I remember there was a jaguar, and the jaguar's name was Jean. But what did Jean have to sit on? Jean sit on, let's have a look. Jean sit on baked beans, because Jean and bean rhymes the same. Okay, last animal. Let me have a look. Should I make it tricky for you? Or easy? Okay. I remember there was a camel, and the camel's name was Claire. What should Claire sit on? Claire's sit on, let's have a look. Claire's sit on pears. There's Claire the camel, and she's sitting on her pears. So what I want you to do now is have a think about what you would sit on. What's your rhyming name? I do hope you enjoyed Oi Duck Billed Platypus. Please take a look out for the rest of these books in the series. There's Oi Frog, there's Oi Dog, and there's Oi Cat, and you can usually pick them up in Tesco. So have a look because they are so funny. Okay, boys and girls, I will see you in my next story. Goodbye.